Welcome to the 2015 NBA Draft breakdown of Frank Kaminsky, a legit shot for the Jazz at 12. We all know Kaminsky well. I looked at two games, his Arizona and his Duke game. He's 7 feet, 231, just a 6'11 wingspan. We'll talk more about that. But boy, was he productive. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 53% shooting, 42% from 3, and a good free throw shooter. No summary needed. You probably know his game pretty well. Catch and shoot. Interesting, in the two games, Duke and Arizona, there was very little of it. This is how it will be used a lot in the pros. This is against Okafor. Wide open, buries it, looks very smooth. Pretty good release, pretty quick, fluid release. That says off the bounce, though you can't see all of it. And this was his primary game in college. Now watch this. Does it translate to the NBA is a huge question. If this translates to the NBA, as you see him driving here and getting stuffed, then he becomes a very versatile big, playing in space, doing different things. If it doesn't, then he becomes predominantly just a catch-and-shoot Channing Frye type player. And you see him there drawing a foul. Here's a nice move inside, works away, draws another foul. Obviously 7 feet tall, mobile, driving. His step-back game a little lacking on that against Arizona here. But again, smooth move inside, doesn't finish, does get his own rebound, and unable to finish. That's the concern. You watch these plays on some of them. The college game's so crowded, he doesn't have a lot of space. This time he slithers all the way to the rim beautifully. And here's a nifty move inside. Now, when he got guarded by Rondae Hollis-Jefferson in this game, that time he finished, but he generally struggled most of the game when guarded by Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, which is what he'll get on a lot of switches, that kind of athlete. The play you expect to see out of him is this pick and pop type. Here he is working the right side with the big. And again, though, this is Hollis-Jefferson able to get back to him, force him to put on the floor, and then a very awkward drive. So his primary college game was that show and go, and then this post-up action. And again, same question. Will this post-up action, that's a nice move against an NBA player right there, translate in the NBA? This is a defensive possession. It should be on defense later. Sorry, wrong side. Here he is on a much smaller Tyus Jones, unable to finish. And that's a little bit of a concern, as I mentioned about Hollis-Jefferson, is when he's on the bigger guy, he's able to use mobility. Nice up fake there. Great ball fake on Plumlee. But now he's on a mismatch, and he's not able to get the ball. Here we are on the other side, dribbling in traffic, loses control. I'm not sure how many NBA teams are really going to say, hey, go post up on the block for me and beat guys. Beats Brandon Ashley here, who will be probably an undrafted player. Now you got Hollis-Jefferson on him, trying to overpower him, not successful. Here it is again, Hollis-Jefferson. So there's the athletic Hollis-Jefferson that gets on him, changed it. Is he a good passer? Off that dribble, can he create? That's a huge question here. He gets trapped and he's in a bit of trouble, throws this one away for a turnover. Right side drive, there's that mobility. Now can he get rid of it? Bounces it back out, and it gets tapped away. Beautiful give off a double team there. Here's the work off a nice dribble, kick out. I mean, for having a big guy who can be able to do that, that's just a skill you don't see very often. Here's Decker, gives to Kaminsky, nice beautiful ball fake, and then throws this one away. His limited reach makes you wonder how he'll rebound on an NBA level. Now he fights for position, and you can see it occasionally in college where he goes up here and he doesn't get his hand, so he'll back tap out a lot, which is a successful way to do things, but you're doing that because you don't have either the jumping or the physical power to be able to go get it with two hands. On this one, he does go grab it with two hands nicely. The one other question on him is, can he defend at an NBA level? So I think, frankly, some of his defense of problems are overblown. Here he does a nice job on Okafor trying to drive on him. This time he's going to get overpowered. So that's his weakness, is that he can't hold ground very well. He'll probably get stronger as time goes on, though he is old. But on the other end, he keeps the guy between the ball and the basket very well. He's not going to be a rim protector down low. You'll see some plays here against Arizona where he just has no impact. But there he keeps Okafor kind of out of space, forces Okafor into an offensive foul. Battling the post well here. I mean, this is against one of the great big men players this game's going to see. Okafor's going to be one of the best there is. So he's not getting manhandled necessarily here. There's where his rim protection is a non-factor, and at times I thought misread the pick and roll, kind of the defensive assignment there. On the ball, getting beat and fouled. Against Arizona, here he is kind of guarding the pick and roll, rolls back to his man, tries to hold his verticality, and moves decently. This time, really to show you just no rim protection at all. This is a little disconcerting to me. This is Brandon Ashley, who will likely not be drafted, and Arizona went to him 5 straight plays in the post on Kaminsky, just saying, we're going to beat you. Now, how many players in the NBA are going to be able to do that? I don't know, but it's a little disconcerting. And if you have him out there playing your stretch 5 and then somebody else has a 5 that's decent and he just gets manhandled like this, it's going to be hard to keep him on the floor. There it is, lack of rim protection again. He's a stretch 5-4 shooter. And if he can put the ball on the floor and create out of that position, then he's a really dynamic offensive player. And defensively, he's going to be a scheme defender. Here he is in the pick and roll, but he goes back to his man. Just not a rim protector. There's no need to pretend that he is, but he does a decent job playing schemes. Here he is kind of with the drop big, gets in the lane, gets his hand on the ball. He's worked hard at P3 in Santa Barbara, slimming down to try to make himself more agile. That is Frank Kaminsky. You tell us your thoughts on him. That is your NBA draft breakdown.